you quickly tell me what airspace requires an ADS-B transponder?
Not sure I can answer that question right now.
That's okay. We'll just keep going. So that's a pretty important part. So what are the 6 types of special use airspace that protect this national security that appear on FAA charts?
Sorry, Senator, I cannot answer that question.
Okay. So what are the operational limitations of a pilot flying under basic med?
Senator, I'm not a pilot, so.
But obviously you'd oversee the Federal Aviation Administration. So any idea what those restrictions are under basic med, quickly?
Well, some of the restrictions I think would be high blood pressure. Some of them would be.
It's more like how many passengers per airplane, how many pounds in different categories, and
there's nothing to do
altitude you
with
can fly
medication,
and then amount of knots. It's under 250 knots, so it's not having anything to do with blood pressure. So can you tell me what causes an aircraft to spin or to stall?
Again, Senator, I'm not a pilot.
Okay, let's keep going. What are the 3 aircraft certifications the FAA requires as part of the manufacturing process? Quickly, please. 3 aircraft certifications.
Again, what I would say to that is that one of my first priorities would be to fully implement that Certification Act and report.
You know the 3 types, Mr. Washington? The 3
No.
types? Okay. Yeah, that's type certificate, production certificate, and airworthiness certificate. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's just keep going, see if we can get lucky here. So can you tell me what the minimum separation distance is for landing and departing airliners during the daytime, Mr. Washington?
I don't want to guess on that, Senator.
Are you familiar with the difference between Part 107 and Part 44809 when it comes to unmanned aerial standards?
That's basic.
Unmanned, like drones. Are you familiar with the difference?
Yes.
Okay. You know the difference between those 2, Part 44809 and Part 107? Do you know the difference there?
No, I cannot.
That's okay.
Spell that out.
So, Mr. Washington, can you?
You mean to tell me that guy's qualified? That was somebody that the Biden administration looked at. Bunch of people, The head of the FAA. Who should we put up as our nominee? Hey, here's a guy that has no clue about anything having to do with aviation in the United States of America or the world. It's, you got to deal with the rest of the world coming into your airports and whatnot. But the aviation industry in this country, something as simple as knowing how far apart airliners have to be when departing and approaching airports. And this guy didn't know one fucking thing. He's not a pilot? Don't you think that the head of the FAA should have at least had a pilot's license? This guy got his job because black.